Hi guys and welcome. We've got Empties Day, so I've got my favourite bin with me. But before we dive into this bin, if you're new here, hello, my name is Amy. If you love all things beauty like our YouTube family does, then hit that subscribe button before you leave and come and join us. We are a lovely bunch. With that being said, make sure you've got the kettle on or you've got a nice pint of juice. Make sure you pulled up a chair and let's go. Yeah, I'm really hitting the fluids at the moment, trying to stay hydrated. It's really, really important. But that's enough of me waffling. Let's dive into this bin. This has just appeared in my favourites. I absolutely love it. It will be linked in that video if you're interested. But yes, I didn't do a empties video last month, sorry, because I wasn't well, so I didn't really use very much. But I've made up for it. I ploughed through absolute tons of products. So yeah, we've got some good, some bad, some not, some indifferent. So yes, let's just dive in. First one out is from Skin Fed. This is 100% natural organic foot balm in peppermint. This was in my favourites. I absolutely loved this. Plowed through it in a couple of weeks, but I was using it sometimes twice a day. Really softened up my feet, left it smelling really nice and fresh. I don't have the problem with smelly feet, but it's hot. So I could do a little bit of extra freshness. So yes, really, really loved it. I'm going to pick up another one. Oh, this is my favourite scent. This is from Soap and Glory and it's a Clean On Me Hydrating Body Wash. Absolutely love it. It's my favourite scent from them. It's gorgeous. I picked up a set a little while ago, so I've got a couple of bits. It is hydrating. It doesn't dry my skin out. It smells absolutely stunning. Really, really like it. I think this is probably like a second or third one I've had, so I will pick up more. There's water in the bottom. I have got another shower gel here, and this is from Superdrug. It's their own brand, and it's the Vitamin E Skincare Moisturising Shower Gel. This is coconut. I really, really liked this. It was reasonably priced as well, a couple of pounds, I think, if that. It is very hydrating, and it was moisturising as well. It didn't just bring, help retain the moisture and the fluid in my skin. It left it feeling really soft and supple as well, which is the coconut oil. Really liked it. Gorgeous fragrance. I will definitely pick another one up because I work along the road from a Superdrug now. So I can just pop in. Oh, this is always in an Empties. This is from Asda and it's a kind and gentle eye makeup remover. I constantly go on about this. I go through one a month. I think I've got 2 arriving today with my shopping because I tend to buy them in 2s. This is really difficult to get hold of. Yeah, me and my friend tend to kind of bulk buy 1 or 2 of them, and if one can't get them, one picks it up, and then when we see each other, we'll just hand it over. So yeah, it's very gentle on the eyes. It removes waterproof makeup. It doesn't sting, it doesn't dry the eyes out, and it's just over £1 a bottle, I think now. It's gone up in price, like everything else, which is a bit frustrating. I really enjoyed this. This is from Sultry and it's the Indian Rose Face Wash with turmeric and honey. It's for dry to normal skin. I got this, I think it was in one of my last lovelies boxes. It was absolutely lovely. It didn't dry my skin out. It smells sort of like rosy but honey, but it reminds me of the Trilogy Rosehip oil. So it's not overly rosy. It doesn't dry the skin out. It kind of gentle foam. As a second cleanse, it was stunning and it left a really nice glow on the skin. So I'm going to look into maybe picking some of that up in the future. Told you this would be in the Empties. This is from Noble Isle and it's the Fireside Shower Gel. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is like an absolutely stunning man has just wafted himself under my nose. It's an incredibly masculine fragrance. It probably is for a man, but I absolutely love it. It's very fresh. It's very masculine, but it doesn't dry my skin out. It leaves me feeling nice and clean and fresh. The masculine fragrance doesn't linger on the skin too much either, but it lingers in the bathroom. About an hour after I've had a shower, I pop back in, wash my hands after the loo or something, and I can still smell it, and it's like, ooh. So yeah, I picked this up in my Feel Unique beauty box. I'll probably grab another one if I see it. I've used it a few times before. This is from Ayumi and it's a sandalwood and ylang ylang body wash. I like this one as well. It's not over sandalwoody, which I really like. I really like the sandalwood fragrance, so I did expect a little bit more. It's quite floral. But yeah, it didn't dry my skin out. It left me feeling nice and hydrated, clean, and the fragrance didn't irritate as well. That's another thing. My skin at the moment is really up and down. I think it's the heat and things like that. So yeah, fragrances are irritating quite a bit, but this one didn't. So I really like that. Oh, this was a last month's favourite, or month before. This is the Revolution Pro Miracle Cream. Absolutely love this. I'm just working my way through a couple of moisturisers that I've got lying around, and then I will plough onto jar 2. As a nighttime cream, this is absolutely stunning. Ingredients wise, it's almost identical to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's just the amounts are different. So yeah, really like it. The fragrance is a bit funky. Yeah, but you do get used to it. Nice glass jar that feels expensive. So yeah, it can be recycled as well. Sorry, my phone is flashing at me for some reason. This is from Aurelia, and it's the Cell Repair Night Oil. Really enjoyed this. It's not oily oil, it's a dry oil, and it smells stunning. It's kind of natural, but it's like lavendery and really calming. Like it's sort of like lavender and chamomile. That's what it kind of reminds me of. It didn't leave me feeling like an oil slick when I woke up. It's dry, it sunk into the skin, and it helped pull in the moisture from my moisturiser. That nice layer over the top gives me the moisture that I need, and then helps everything else work its magic underneath. Really liked it. And Skin and Me can leave me feeling quite dry, so yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? I think this is doser number 7, I think. I'm losing track now. Yeah, so there is 0.018% tretinoin, 4% niacinamide, 4% azelaic acid. This really did help bring my skin back because it kind of went backwards. So I got in contact with them, they changed the prescription. And yeah, really liked that one. No irritation, less dryness than before as well. So I think my skin's getting used to it again, which is nice. I have got another one of these. This is Madara, and it's the Shape Caffeine Matte Cellulite Cream. This was a favourite as well. I've nearly finished another one. I think that'd be like bottle number 3. I'm trying to use the one that I got from Face Facts, but it's rather oily. This isn't oily. It dries into the skin. You feel your skin tightening up when you use it. Really enjoy it. It's got a bit of funky fragrance, but I can get past that. It's fine. It doesn't remove the cellulite, but I have noticed, especially the top of my thigh, is looking a little bit more toned, tidier. It's a really bizarre word. Yeah, it just looks a bit tidier and smoother. And like I said, when you pop it on, as it's drying, you can feel it tightening on the skin, which I really like. They've put this up in price now. It's like over £20 a bottle. So I am trying to find a cheaper alternative. But if I can't, I'm going to have to fork out for it because I really like it. This is the Elemis Soothing Apricot Toner. It was soothing. It didn't irritate. Didn't really do anything else. So yeah, I was a bit indifferent with it. The fragrance is quite light. It doesn't really smell like apricot, but it does smell like fruit. So I won't repurchase that, but it was okay just to use as kind of like, you know, a hydrating toner. This was hilarious. This is Asda, and it's Addiction Gold. It's their body spray. Now, when I do my shopping online on their little app, when I saw this, I was like, oh, because it was in with all the women's stuff. I was like, oh, that looks quite nice. It's probably quite vanilla-y and really nice. Yeah, it's vanilla-y, but it's for men. So when it arrived, and I kind of popped it in my drawer, didn't really take much notice of the packaging. One morning before work, I kind of went over the body. There's still a little bit in there. I'm going to go to the school smelling really manly. I was like, ooh. Vanilla, nice and sweet, and then that hit of like men's aftershave, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna go to work smelling like I'm a man. Which there's nothing wrong with at all, but that just wasn't what I wanted. So yeah, it surprised me. I used it up. There's like a tiny bit left, and I kind of used it as room spray as well. It's very strong. Really strong. I won't repurchase that. But yeah, it kind of made me chuckle. I have got a can of my usual Sure Non-Stop Protection 72-hour cotton dry deodorant. Yes, I know, it's An aerosol, aerosols aren't good, but I can't find a natural alternative that I can get on with. It's really frustrating me. They either crumble and they don't kind of melt into the skin, or they kind of like dry the skin out. They don't work in the way that I don't feel fresh, I feel wet. They don't work as an antiperspirant, I smell. So yeah, if you can recommend a natural deodorant, I would love to know, so please let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna get on with this still. It doesn't leave me feeling really soggy and horrible. I don't smell, it doesn't let me down, so at the moment I'm gonna have to carry on with it. I have got the e.l.f. Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser with hydrating coconut. This was a bit weird. It kind of slightly foamed and then it didn't. And it dried my skin out. So I worked my way through it. It didn't dry me out as in, you know, I felt so uncomfortable, not very nice. It just left my skin feeling that little bit too tight. So I ploughed through it, won't repurchase that. It's just weird, really, really weird. Like the consistency of it was just a bit bizarre. This is the Neal's Yard Wild Rose Hand Cream. Absolutely love this. I ended up popping it in my pocket and just using it at work because it's non-greasy. It's non-greasy at all. It goes on like a cream, but dries down like a balm, but stays in the skin, and it's got an absolute stunning smell. It's a very natural rosy kind of smell, but it's more florally. It's not a really in your face kind of rosy smell. And my hands just absolutely loved it. Left it feeling nice and soft, and yeah, and I could smell the smell on my hands for a little while. Really enjoyed that one. This is the Leaf and Seed from Wild Science Root Reboot shampoo. I didn't like this. I don't get on with natural shampoos particularly well. My hair just doesn't like them. They're really weird. They tend to make my hair, as I'm working it in and rinsing off, feeling like really straw-like. It's bizarre. And this did exactly the same thing. I used it up because it's quite small, but every time I used it, I made sure I went in with a nice like hair mask afterwards, so that my hair, I didn't look like Wurzel Gummidge once I finished. If you know Wurzel Gummidge is, he's a scarecrow. Way back when I was really small. So yeah, I won't repurchase it, but I did use it up. I do like the idea of a natural shampoo, but like I said, every one I've tried, they're just too straw-like. I didn't like it at all. This is the L'Occitane, I think I'm pronouncing that right, hand cream. I use this on my feet because on my hands it was so greasy that it felt like I had to wipe it off or wash them afterwards, which totally defeats the object. But on my feet it was really, really nice, and my feet loved it. So I'd pop it on thick fluffy socks before going to bed. Well, now I can't because it's just way too hot. But yeah, my feet loved it. Nice and soft. It's got a really nice fragrance. I know it's a pricey brand and that I shouldn't be putting hand cream on my feet, but what's good for your hands should be good for your feet, right? It's the same kind of thing. These are just at the end of my arms, that's all. So yeah, and I'm not eating it, so it did work on my feet. On my hands, no. This is the CeraVe Foaming Cleanser. It was okay. It's just your bog standard foaming cleanser. Now, I really like the smoothing version they do in the clear pump. That was a favourite of mine for a while. This one was just, it was all right. As a second cleanse, it was fine. It kind of removed any last makeup that I had on my face or anything from my oil. In the morning, it did kind of dry me out a bit, so I would rather just splash water over rather than this. So I won't repurchase that. This is the Morning Expert Hyaluronic Serum from This Works. I got this in a beauty box. This was like water. Did anybody else try this when you got it in your boxes? It came out of your hands like water. It went on my face like water, dried in, didn't do anything else. I popped it in the fridge after a little while, and it was nice because it's like splashing cold water on your face, but that was all it did. I didn't notice any other kind of benefits that hyaluronic acid would do, which would be to, you know, pull that moisture in and kind of retain it. So yeah, disappointed with that because I quite like This Works. Their hand cream is absolutely amazing. This is the Philip Kingsley Elasticizer Booster. So I use this as kind of like a hair mask. Absolutely loved it. Left my hair feeling soft, smooth. It smells nice too. I like that. It smells kind of like an expensive salon. So yeah, I would pay more attention to the ends when I do a hair mask. I don't really go much above here, just because some masks can leave your hair feeling very weighed down, but this didn't, and it really did kind of help bond bits together, less flyaways. My hair felt less kind of abused, because I really do abuse it with, you know, the straighteners and the hairdryer and anything else I fancy whacking on it. So yeah, really did like that. I'm going to think about picking up a full size. I do apologise for darting off. My grocery shopping arrived. Before I pressed record, it said it was 9 stops away. So I was like, yeah, I'll be able to get the video done. No, it is here. And I've just had to put it all away. So yes, as I was saying, SVR, this is the anti-itch eye cream. I really like this. It really did help with the hay fever kind of itch. I used it on the eyelids, round under the eye, all round the kind of eye contour area. It really did help soothe. But what I noticed as well is that over time it was starting to smooth out the fine lines. It was plumping them. So yeah, I'm going to pick this up again in the future. I think it may only be sort of like a summer kind of product that I will use just for when I've got the hay fever, because I really did like the kind of anti-itch benefit to it. But yeah, I was surprised by that one. I've got a small sample of the Nivea Q10 Power Night Cream. I quite liked this. It's got that very Nivea scent to it though. Yeah, which I'm not a massive fan of. But it really did help get that moisture into my skin overnight. It's very thick, it's very creamy, it just feels really nice, and my skin felt soft in the morning. It's just the fragrance. It's just, yeah. I'm on the fence whether I repurchase it or not. And the last item I've got in the bin, it's the Clinique mascara. This is the high impact mascara. This is in shade black. This is now kind of dried up and gone. Really did like this. It did give length and volume. It didn't smudge and go everywhere. Obviously I didn't test it in these kind of the heat we've got now, because it had already run out. But yeah, really did like it. I was using this when I was going to work, and it worked really well. And I picked this up, I think, in my Feel Unique beauty box. One I am currently using, and it has been it's a very old favourite. L'Oreal Lash Paradise is really standing up to the heat. So yeah, there's one for you there. I'm just going to have a quick sip before we dive into the masks. I am so thirsty. It's really hot. And next week, where I am, we're going to be hitting what, 31, 32 degrees. That's hot for here. That's really hot. So masks. I was surprised by these. So this is the Girls Night In Smooth and Soothe Tissue Eye Patches. I used these this morning. You get 2 sets in here. I didn't know. I was surprised. So you get kind of 2 little packets. They are tissue, which I was surprised with. I thought they might have been more jelly, but they adhered to the skin. They really did hydrate. I popped the little packets in the fridge, so they were really soothing. They helped depuff, really liked them, and 2 packets in there, I thought was really good value. Another one that I used this morning, this is from the brand Kala. It's the Happy Glow mask. Used this one this morning, really liked it. It's a thick mask, it was a good fit. They had tons and tons of serum. I popped it in the fridge so it was really nice and cooling. It was a funky, fruity fragrance. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. It was just, ooh, it's just a bit like rotten fruit. I really didn't like that. It didn't slip. It left a nice glow, and it really did hydrate my skin. So really enjoyed that one. I'll come to that one in a minute. This is the Holika Vitamin and Pineapple Mask. It fitted very well and was very soft. It had loads of serum, but it was non-drip. Light pineapple fragrance. It was really nice. It was like a light kind of fruity fragrance. Felt mask tightening as it dried. It was really bizarre. Like my skin was tightening underneath the mask. Really liked it. It brightened my skin. It made it less red, and it really softened. So yeah, I do recommend this. I probably will look for some more of these. And it's the first Holika mask I've used that's not in kind of like their normal packaging, like this one. So yeah, pleasantly surprised. This is from Face Facts, and it's a Sleepy Soul Soothing Sheet Mask enriched with lavender extract. Look at that moon. That was so cool. It was really funky. And I said it was a good fit and didn't slip. It had a really funky print, light lavender fragrance, but it wasn't overwhelming, and it was really calming and relaxing. Plenty of serum, but it didn't drip. It was quite a thick mask, but it adhered to the skin really well. It made my skin appear less red, soothed, and it left it feeling soft and not dry, which was really, really nice. I liked that one. This is from 7 Sin Energy, and it was the Aqua Mask. And I put, it was a thin mask that adhered to the skin. It was very good fit and didn't slip. It had a really funky fragrance. Yeah, this one I really didn't like the fragrance. Tons of serum, but it didn't drip. It hydrated and softened the skin. But because of the fragrance, I'm not going to repurchase this. But it was a good mask. If you can get past the fragrance, then you'll enjoy it. Now, this is the Coenzyme Q10 mask. It was a very thick mask. It was very wet, had tons of serum, packed with fragrance. I didn't like this one. The skin felt soft and hydrated, and there was no glow, but it was just the fragrance. There is no need to be putting that amount of fragrance into the skin. No. So yeah, I won't repurchase that one. I've got 2 of those I'm going to come to in a minute. This is the Grace and Stella Everything is Better in Pink eye gels. The nice eye patches. I popped them in the fridge so they were really cooling. Very thick masks, tons of serum. They did slip a bit, and that absolutely drives me nuts with an eye mask. If I won't repurchase this just because they slipped. Skin looked hydrated, fine lines appeared reduced, but if I'm constantly pushing them back up, no. So yeah, it was nice to try, but I'm not going to repurchase. This is for, I can never pronounce this brand. Einlip. It's EYENLIP. Einlip, I think. This is the Apple Superfood mask. And it was a very soft mask, tons of serum, a very light apple fragrance. It was really nice. It kind of reminded me of like apple juice, but a bit lighter, not as intensive. The mask moved a bit, skin felt soft and hydrated, and a very subtle glow, but I can't stand it when the masks move, so I won't repurchase that one. This is the Holika Mudwort mask. This is one of my favourite ever masks. I absolutely love this. And I've put, it's one of my favourites. It's a good fit, tons of serum, skin looked soothed and calm, a nice subtle glow, and it really does take the redness out of, I get quite red here sometimes, and it really does help pull that back. It's a really, really nice soothing mask. And I've got these 2. They are the Head Shock Face Facts. I've got the Sublime Shine Hair Mask. These are really bizarre. So you open it up and you pull out what looks like a shower cap. You have to snip off the top, like some foot masks. Snip off the top, open it up, and somehow gather all your hair up together, pop the mask on over the top, and then tighten the tab on the back. Sounds really simple, but when you've got damp hair that's sticking to your face and going everywhere, it's rather fiddly. But I really did enjoy them. Now this is the Honey Shine, and it's fiddly to put on. I used extra tape. This was the first one I used, and using this one, on this one, I got out the sellotape dispenser and started taping it up so it was a better fit. Absolute beautiful fragrance, which was light honey. Hair felt soft and shiny, and my hair smelled nice. It really did help. Really enjoyed it. It says leave them on for 20+ minutes. I was leaving these masks on for half a day, just like 6 hours, using it as a really intensive mask. And with this one, this is the Repairing Mask from Face Facts, and I put fiddly to use but got the hang of it. So what I did was I ended up kind of gathering my hair up, whacking my head down, and then just trying to scoop the hair up and then pull it down. It must have been hilarious to watch, but it worked. And I put this one, I left on for just over an hour, and the honey one that I've just mentioned, I left on for like nearly 6 hours, I think. This had an absolutely stunning fragrance. It's so fresh. It reminds me of kind of cotton, but it's not. Really, really stunning, and the fragrance lingered in my hair for a good couple of days after. My hair felt soft and shiny, and I put at the bottom, very impressed, and it kind of really did kind of mold everything together. It felt soft, shiny, it wasn't fly away, it didn't weigh down. I do recommend them if you can get over the fact of how fiddly they are. But I'm going to pick some more up. I've got 2 left, and I've been using 1 a week. So yeah, I'm definitely going to pick some more up. I really did like those. I need some more juice because I'm talking too much. And if anyone just glanced through my kitchen window, they would have been absolutely on the floor roaring with laughter. This is sort of unrelated, but Asda are now doing watermelon scented toilet paper. So I'm standing in my kitchen with 9 rolls of toilet paper doing this. They must have thought I was a right weirdo. So yeah, that just popped back into my mind and really made me chuckle. Let me know what you kind of thought about these empties. It was sort of some from last month, but the main bulk of them from this month. So yeah, I love hearing from you, or just say hi. Yeah. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, lovelies, please take care. Bye bye.